So one other aspect that we do want to touch on is how how you incorporate your faith and how you have that your faith-based mission as a part of what drives you in Uganda, and also how you apply that to the families you work with. So if you could just touch on that a little bit, that'd be great.
Absolutely. It's a great question. And yes, our faith motivates us. It is integral to what we do. The teachings of Jesus and the gospel are beautiful. And they're all about servitude. They're all about discipleship. They're all about coming alongside of folks and giving them hope and giving them purpose in life. And so a lot of people, I went to school for social work. I understand people's fear about working alongside a faith-based because of some of the more intrusive sides or the discriminatory sides some people have experienced. But that is so not abide. We welcome each and every person that comes through our gate, whether they're Muslim, Christian, they're not identifying in a faith, and we welcome them in with open arms, and we say we are first here to serve you, to meet your needs. And if you'd like to attend our Bible studies, that's great. If you'd like to receive counseling from our pastor on staff, that's great. None of it's forced. All of it is there to provide them a sense of community, to provide them a sense of purpose and a sense of hope. But yeah, our goal with Abide is, God created family, God created the church, and God created marriage. And so we're helping, maintain and keep together one of the only three institutions that God created. I consider that such an honor. And, so God did not build orphanages. God did not create. Those are things that are a result of how broken and messy this world is. But we were created to be raised by families. And so to be able to come alongside families in that capacity, to be able to show them the love of Jesus it's a huge gift and a huge honor, and to reach into their messiest parts, because honestly, it's a lot easier to build an orphanage and to remove children from messy and broken families. It's a lot harder, but I believe it's much truer to the gospel to say, I want to enter into your mess. I want to walk alongside of you. I want to be your friend. I want to be your mentor. I want to be, the social work side of things, and to help you get to where you need to be. And so we've seen hearts change, we've seen lives change, people that are victims of abuse and really messy, broken pasts, find hope, find the ability to parent their children well and love their children well. And so, you can't separate our faith from that. And so, yeah.
And that's exciting too, from a business perspective. Businesses grow because they make good decisions, right? And so Kelsey and Megan are teaching people how to make good decisions. And part of that comes from, what are your guiding core philosophies? What are your guiding core principles, right? To get to a point where you're going to sit there and say, I'm going to give up my child, what brought about that type of a decision? Now, sometimes it's the circumstances or whatever, but, and can we understand it to a certain degree? Yeah. It's kind of hard. But to know that through the teaching and the training and all the other pieces, it's just, they're creating a package that helps people establish a good compass by which to guide their lives. And so I know from New Savara's perspective, we're good with that. We're good with that. Some companies might sit there and say, I don't know about that. But you know what? Look, at the end of the day, there's hope and there's results. And people can poo-poo something all they want. I don't care. There's hope and there's results, and there's kids getting fed, and there's families enjoying each other and getting hugs, and 4-year-olds getting medicine.
Far more fulfilling than the easy route of just pulling the kids out and sticking them in the orphanage.
Right.
And far more fulfilling than a spreadsheet and a K-1 at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Here's my P&L, and here's my K-1 at the end of the year. That's far more fulfilling.
Absolutely.
I imagine what that would look like, right? What did that balance sheet look like? I want to know what that looks like. I want to experience that as a business owner. I want to experience a balance sheet that has got nothing to do with the P&L over here. It has everything to do with, we were able to help this family. This business is going over there. I look forward to getting photos of these businesses and stuff.
And that's what you'll get.
Yeah, and I would rather that like just own a whole section of our website. And people come on and sit there and say, I thought you guys do this. We're like, well, yeah, we do, but we really do this. We're really not in the business of this. We'll take your money to do this, but we're really doing this, right? That's cool.
These are the results we brag about. We're gonna have a photo stream going of just Uganda families coming in all over the site for
Yeah.
How cool is it that you would be able to share, with your clients, yes, we are a business doing this, but we've helped, and some of our profit goes back to help, women and families in Uganda to start this business. And so it's just a really cool connection, I think, business to business
Absolutely.
kind of partnership, and that connection is just really brilliant. And to be able to share those results, I think you're right. It's much more powerful, that image, of a woman selling her fish in market to be able to provide for her children and keep them at home with her is much more powerful than a spreadsheet.
It is. It is. Not that we have problems with spreadsheets.
No, they're important.
But let's face it. We want businesses to be successful, and
This says who you're about, not just what you're doing.
yeah, and the way I look at it is I sit there and say, okay, so the staff and the people that work with New Savara, they get a piece of this too. So they get to own a piece of this. Granted, the contributions are coming from New Savara, but quite frankly, those contributions were grown by everybody at New Savara, and so it's a shared passion, and that's very satisfying. I don't know very many people who go to work, and they might have a corporate giving program, or it's like, oh yeah, we got a corporate giving program, yeah, but we're giving 10% of the profit of the company to this. 10%. I mean, it's like right off not of 10% of the profit, 10% of after the commission fee paid to the referral program. So there's a $15 $15 a month subscription. $5 is going to the referral program. So that of that $10 that's left over here to cover all costs and everything else, we're lopping 10% right off the top. And everybody involved is loving that.
Couldn't be happier.
No, and I think that's exciting, because people want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Someone once said, other than a small group of people, the world is made up of other people. I think John Maxwell said that one time. Yeah, great message. Other than you, the world is made up of everything but you, right? So get your you out of the way. And as a business owner, how exciting is that, right? And so when we go to networking events and we're at Small Business Association meetings, and people say, well, what do you guys do for what does New Savara do? Well, what we do is we basically take your money so we can give it to people in Uganda to work with kids. If you'd like us to take your money. And maybe not quite in that way, but you know what I mean?
But maybe in that way.
Maybe.
But maybe that way.
Maybe that's whatever. Let's not go there.
But our generation is getting increasingly interested in how we can improve the world, and we're socially conscious, and we want to know what we can do to give back. So I think with a product like Johnny Jobseeker, it's just brilliant that you would select an organization like ours that is furthering the social good, that is, improving the global community, and giving them a chance. Like you've said, they don't have to do anything. Part of their purchase, part of their subscription, it goes right back into Abide. And so I just think it's awesome, with the growing and increased interest in fair trade and, how we can do better and address issues of injustice. This is allowing a product that you guys have created to do just that in such an awesome and tangible way.